Getting into her combat gear. So she's going to be giving us a very brief demonstration of what close combat is really about. So you don't want to miss this. Please do take your seats while we get Dr. Rao back out and we clear the stage so that she can do what she does and what she's been doing for over 25 years, ladies and gentlemen. As we pointed out, she is the first woman who has trained the Special Forces, and she's going to be showing us what she does. Dr. Rao, if you're ready, we're ready for you.
Yeah, sure. Come on. First and foremost, a very good evening to everybody. I read long back a quote which influenced my mind. The me I think is the me I'll be. I read one more quote which influenced my life. Life is tough, darling, and so are you. My journey in commando training was a very long journey, 25 years past. Then I realized that I wanted to empower women. So I devised a program called DARE, Defense to Assault, Rape and Eve-teasing. So I'm going to be talking about that. To start with, I'm going to read a few statistics which are very astonishing. The crimes against women, 50 per hour, 5 lakh per year. The rapes, 3 per hour, 30,000 per year. And kidnappings, 2 per hour, 1 lakh per year. Now this is extremely astonishing statistics, and that's why I came up with this program. Let me first try to make it very clear that there is a distinct difference between Eve-teasing, molesting, assault, and rape. Eve-teasing and molesting requires a minimum response. The response should be a slap, maybe a threat. Assault and rape requires an aggressive response. And when I say aggressive, I mean that you need to hit the vital targets in a man's body. You need to be using anything and everything around you which you can take and whack him, hit him on his head, hit him on his joints. So there has to be a very aggressive response for rape as well as for assault, and a minimum response for Eve-teasing as well as molesting. I'm going to not take too much time talking. I'm going to go straight to a demonstration. Anand, can you come here? This is going to be an Eve-teasing response first. So here we go. I'm walking on the street. What you need to do here is, do not take your eyes away. Do not stare too long. Just give him a firm look and move away. The second thing, we go on to, what's the next one? Lewd gestures is the second thing. So I pass from here again.
Oh, baby doll. Aha, Miss India figure hai.
No.
Beautiful.
No, stop. And move past. The third response is grabbing the wrist.
Baby, आती क्या खंडाला? चल आना.
No. पुलिस को बुलाऊंगी. Bus. And you move away. Now we go on to the next response, that is to, can you tell me, Anand, what it is? To an assault. It's going to be a demonstration on vital strikes, the vital areas in the body. So the first is the eyes.
Ah!
Flick the eyes, hit hard. The second one being the nose.
Ah!
Hit the nose with the palm heel. Third one being the ears. Here.
Ah!
It can cause the eardrum to break. The next one is the throat. So I squeeze here the throat. In this case, one finger in the notch, the other one on the Adam's apple, and I squeeze hard. The next would be the groin. So for the groin, it could be a groin kick or simply a flick hard. I'm showing it on the thigh, it's actually done on the groin. And after that, you have the shin kick. So a front kick done to the shin. The shin is a bone here, very superficial. So I kick hard. And that's it. We go on next. Okay, so now these are techniques of, yeah. So go on. So the first one being a hair grab.
बहुत शाना बन रही है तू, बहुत शाना बन रही है. चल दिखाता हूँ मैं तुझे.
What's the next one? The next one is a choke done to your throat.
गर्दन दबाऊंगा तेरा मैं, गर्दन दबाऊंगा.
Stand up. The next one. This is a slap.
चले, शाना बन रही है.
So you keep slapping him to submission. Next one. Okay. The next thing that we're covering up is molestation. Here in this case, first thing, groping the breast, very common. 1 minute. Start.
Beautiful, sexy. अभी मजा आएगा मुझे, मजा आएगा.
You have to push the hand away and attack. Next one. Circular swoop. So I'm standing here.
Oh, sexy, baby doll, चल ना मेरे साथ.
Next one. Okay. This is when you're being bear hugged from behind.
चलो डार्लिंग, चलो मेरे साथ.
The hands are trapped. Stand. Okay. This way. I'm walking. Come on.
डार्लिंग चल ना, पिक्चर देखेंगे साथ में. चलो डार्लिंग.
Stand. I'm also going to be talking about how to respond to rape, but that will be after some time. We go on to a weapon. Now first, let me just give you a short talk on how to deal with a weapon. You have a weapon which is a blunt weapon or a sharp weapon. A blunt weapon can be a bait and stick. A sharp weapon can be a knife. The first thing that you need to understand is defensive or offensive. Defensive is you take anything that's close to you, a newspaper, maybe an empty bottle, or maybe a bag that you have, and the attacking hand has to be hit.
ये चाकू देख, घुसा दूंगा अंदर. देख इसको.
So I've used the newspaper on his wrist. Next one. You have a bottle? Get fast. Now I'm going to be using an empty bottle. This is a stick. Okay.
सर फोड़ दूंगा तेरा मैं. सर फोड़ दूंगा.
So you have to hit the wrist so that he drops the weapon. Go on next. Now it is what to do when somebody is going to attack you with a knife.
चाकू देख अभी घुसाऊंगा देख
Next. Straight forward.
सर फोड़ दूंगा तेरा मैं सर फोड़ दूंगा
Stand. Now let me talk about acid attacks. It's a very common situation these days. How do you deal with an acid attack? It's the rule of A, B, C, D, E. First, A stands for clearing of the airways. That is to see that the acid doesn't enter you through your nose or through your mouth into your respiratory tract. Second, B. Remember, acids could be liquid, they could also be powders. So B stands for brush off the powder from your body. Third is C. C stands for whichever areas of your clothes have been drenched in the acid, take your clothes off. Next, D. D stands for dilution. The acid needs to be diluted with lots and lots and lots of water. And lastly, E stands for emergency, in the sense that you have to call for an ambulance and take the person to the hospital. So first, do it. So here he comes, I'm standing innocently.
चेहरा बिगाड़ देगा तेरा मैं
So first and foremost, the nose, mouth, do not scrub, okay? After that, get water. I have nobody else but Anand to get the water for me right now, okay? I brushed off, okay? Take the clothes off. Finally, you have water. Pour it, keep pouring, more water, more water, more water. Just keep pouring it on the area. And finally, the last thing would be to go to the hospital. Okay, next. Now I will be going on to the rape sequence, so I need to get this off me.
चल चल मेरे साथ चल अभी दिख रहा है
over there and fight him. She did exactly that. And she's one of the very few women who's beaten up a man in a cage in Germany. So like I mentioned, fighting self-defense is important. I'm going to show a small snippet of how to do it. That is us. It's always good if you have protective gear, because otherwise you will end up injuring yourself a lot. That's an elbow break. That is it, yeah. So lastly, let me just say one thing. It's important to one learns how to fight. You take care of yourself. Also remember, to all the men here, never underestimate the power of a woman. To all the women here, together we stand strong. So be strong, do not feel victimized, and fight your best. Make the best of your life. You have one life. Do not get deterred by your gender. One last statement. Maya Angelou, an American civil activist, said once, I like to see a girl go out and hold the world by its lapels. Life is tough. You gotta kick ass.
Dr. Rao, thank you so very much for demonstrating the power and the strength of a woman. You know, I have to say I had mixed feelings watching you do that, because at many levels I was angry. I was feeling frustrated, angry about the fact that we still have to deal with this, that women cannot walk on the streets without having to feel like they have somebody trying to stalk them, or just a sense of insecurity and a lack of safety and feeling vulnerable constantly. I hope we create a world, I hope we create spaces, public spaces specifically, where women feel safe, where women can reclaim public spaces. I think that is also equally important. While self-defense is important, but all of us, civil society, the government, all stakeholders need to ensure that we create